My husband drove me crazy for 61 years, and I would give anything to have him back for one more day, even one more argument, even one more night of him leaving his boots by the back door where I tripped over them for 40 years. My name is Ruthie Mae. I am 91 years old. Vernon passed 5 years ago, and people love to tell me what a beautiful marriage we had. 61 years. It was not a fairy tale. It was a mess. A beautiful, stubborn, infuriating mess that I got wrong more than I got right. So here is what I am going to do. I am going to confess 7 things. 7 things I did to that man. Things I am not proud of. Things that almost cost me the best thing I ever had. You are not going to like hearing all of them, but you need to. My first confession. I spent the first 20 years, no, longer than that, closer to 25, trying to turn Vernon into somebody he was not. He chewed too loud, I told him. He wore the same 3 shirts on rotation, I told him. He forgot to wipe his boots before coming inside. I told him that too. I picked at every single one of those things like it was my job. I thought that was love. What I was doing was telling the man I married that who he was not good enough. You know when I stopped? When I overheard my daughter Jolene say the exact same things to her husband. Same voice, same tone. And I heard what I sounded like. I sounded like somebody who was always disappointed. Vernon did not need fixing. He needed me to stop acting like he was broken. That is confession number 1. This next part is the one I need you to hear most. Confession number 2. And this is the one that still keeps me up at night. It was 1981. Vernon had been working double shifts at the railroad yard for 8 months. He would come home, eat whatever I put on the table, and fall asleep in his chair without saying a word. And I was drowning. 3 kids, my alterations business running out of the kitchen, and a husband who had turned into a ghost that showed up for supper. So one night I sat down with a piece of yellow notebook paper, and I wrote a list. Every single thing Vernon did wrong. Every forgotten anniversary. Every time he chose his buddies over me. And I stuck it on the refrigerator with a magnet. Left it right there for him to see. Vernon saw it the next morning. Said nothing. Went to work. 3 days this went on. I wanted a fight. I wanted him to see himself. On the 4th night, I walked into the kitchen, and there was a second piece of paper on that refrigerator. Vernon's handwriting. It was not a list of my wrongs. It was a list of things he loved about me. 17 things. She hums when she irons. She always saves me the drumstick. She rubbed my back the night I cried about Clyde and never told nobody. 17 things. And I had not written down a single good thing about him. Not one. I ripped my list off that refrigerator, but the damage was done. Not to Vernon, to me. I had been building a case against my own husband for years, and he had been building something different the whole time. We did not talk about it for weeks. Then one Saturday, Vernon was fixing the porch railing, and I brought him coffee. He looked at me and said, "You did not put enough wrong things on that list. I know I am not easy." And I broke. We sat on those porch steps and I told him I was sorry. Not for the list, for keeping it in my head for years before I ever put it on paper. And Vernon said, "The quiet is what scares me. I would rather you yell at me every night than go quiet." That became our rule. No more quiet. Fight if you have to, but never go silent. That is confession number 2. Confession number 3. I forgave strangers easier than I forgave my own husband. A woman at church says something rude to me, forgotten by Sunday. The neighbor borrows my good pan and returns it scratched, I let it go. But Vernon forgets to pick up bread on the way home, I am still bringing it up in November. I held that man to a standard I held nobody else to. And the truth is, I felt safe being angry at Vernon. He was not going anywhere. So I punished him because I could. You know what that is? The people who love you the most get the worst of you. That is a shameful thing to admit, but it is the truth. That is confession number 3. Confession number 4. 2 phrases shaped my entire marriage. You should have, and thank you. And I used the wrong one for too many years. Vernon comes home with groceries. I say, "You should have got the other brand." Vernon fixes the leaky sink. I say, "You should have done that months ago." Every good thing he did, I found the flaw in it. Then, somewhere around our 40s, I started saying thank you instead. Because one night he brought me flowers, and I complained they were the wrong color. He set them on the counter and walked out of the room. And I saw what I was doing to him. The years I led with "you should have" were the coldest years of my marriage. The years I led with "thank you" were the happiest. It is that simple, and it is that hard. That is confession number 4. Pay attention to this one. Confession number 5. I punished Vernon for every small thing he got wrong, and never once celebrated the big things he got right. That man could not remember a birthday to save his life. One year he brought me a vacuum cleaner for our anniversary. A vacuum cleaner. I did not speak to him for 2 days. But that same man drove 45 minutes each way to the hospital every single day for 11 weeks when my hip went bad. He learned to braid Jolene's hair from a library book because I was too sick to do it one winter. He sat in his truck outside the funeral home for 3 hours when Dottie Faye passed because he said, "You take as long as you need." And I gave him grief over a vacuum cleaner. Vernon loved me in ways I was too foolish to recognize because they did not look the way I expected. That is confession number 5. If you are still here, I need you to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and tell me your story in the comments. How long have you been married? What is the hardest part nobody warned you about? I am 91, sitting in this chair by myself. Your stories keep me company. Confession number 6. This one I grieve more than the others. I stopped laughing with Vernon. Somewhere along the way, we got so serious, so busy, so focused on being married that we forgot to be friends. When we were young, that man made me laugh until my sides ached. He would do impressions of the preacher at supper. He would dance with me in the kitchen for no reason. But then the kids came, and the bills came, and we turned into something worse than business partners. Every conversation was about money or the children or what needed fixing. The last 10 years, after the kids were grown, we found it again. He would tell me the same stories from 1958, and I would laugh like I was hearing them for the first time, because I was hearing them as a woman who almost lost him. But I grieve the decades in between. You do not get those back. That is confession number 6. Confession number 7, the last one, and the one I would give anything to undo. I waited too long to say what mattered. I thought there would always be time. Tomorrow I will tell him. Next week I will say it. After things slow down. Things do not slow down. They stop. Vernon passed on a Sunday morning. I was holding his hand. And in those last few minutes, I tried to say everything I had saved up. Every thank you. Every I am sorry. I tried to fit 61 years of unsaid things into a handful of breaths. And it was not enough. His last words to me. He looked at me and said, "You did not have to stay." After 61 years, he still was not sure. Because I had spent so many years making him feel like he was not enough, that the man I loved died wondering if I was glad I married him. That is confession number 7. 7 confessions from a woman who got it wrong more than she got it right, and still had the best 61 years of her life. Marriage is not about finding the right person. It is about becoming the right person. Over and over again. You will become the wrong one 100 times. The question is whether you are willing to become the right one the next morning. Stop keeping score. Stop going quiet. Stop waiting for them to fix it first. Whoever your person is, they are not perfect. Neither are you. But if they are still there, still sitting across from you at that table, that means something. Do not waste it. Go home tonight and choose them. Not because they earned it, because you decided to. Vernon's boots are still by the back door. I have not moved them. I am not going to. Some messes you do not clean up. You learn to be grateful they were there.